This whole red pill pushback movement that's happening at the moment, especially when it comes to Muslim women, is something that I've been waiting for so long. Like, I know when this whole thing started, like the red pill guys, they had a little bit more knowledge than everyone else. And because we lacked in knowledge, we saw them as the beacons and, to help advance us as a ummah and help us understand things that we've moved far away from over the years. And because of their movement and because of the amount of popularity they have gained over the years, naturally things reveal themselves. It's quite a common circle in life. Like, truth always reveals itself. BS can only go on for so long. It might have a really good run, but it doesn't ever overshadow the truth. The truth always comes out. Truth is so powerful that it finds a way to creep out from the crevices. And now we've come to realize that actually these red pill guys are just sexually repressed, insecure, broken individuals who, at the end of the day, like, women are a weakness for men and men are a weakness for women, but we're weakness for each other in different ways. Now, if you count how we've moved on from the Islamic day and age and how slowly patriarchy seeped into our deen whilst we spread across the world, because we came to the West during the Abbasid dynasty, we came more and more into the West and we picked up their particular patriarchal cultural norms. Not having women in churches, not having women preach in public, part of political circles. Slowly, for us to integrate in that Western world, this got taken away. When actually in the Islamic golden age, women were involved in politics, they were out in public. A Muslim woman created the astrolabe, which helped people navigate them at sea. Before we even knew how to properly draw a full world map. So we have to really appreciate the fact that this is a long-term build to how this has happened, and eventually things do bubble up and overflow, and that's when change happens. And usually change happens in a time of rebellion or, quite drastic change. And I think it's wonderful because as Muslim women who stand up for their rights or want to talk against oppression, we have been labelled from the beginning of time as these rebels who don't wish our community to advance. These bad charactered women who are going to ruin everything for everyone around us. And we're coming to realise that actually a confident, liberated woman who feels good in herself is engaging her mind and interacting with society at a healthy level is such a powerful force that it made sense throughout history why men wanted to subdue that level of power, because women are the key to men's pleasure. So if we're the key to their pleasure and then we have all the power, that doesn't suit a male ego, especially an insecure one. And we all know the guys that shout the loudest, usually have the biggest skeletons in their closet, the biggest, darkest demons, because they're trying to overcompensate for the darkness in their lives. So now we're having a pushback with Ali Dawa, Muhammad Ajab, even Ibn Taymiyyah. I don't dislike what they are, who they are as people. Because I genuinely, I have it in my heart that our fitrah is inclined towards good. People get into these traps. I've been a victim of that, and you never know, in the future I might be again, because the human being is fallible. But what I will say is, when people have revealed themselves, we have to call them out as a community, and we fix this as a community. But unfortunately, these red pill guys, they go higher in the levels of attack. They don't humble themselves. They don't take a step back and have a conversation. They want to attack the women and put the women back in the box, because deep down inside, they don't feel loved or haven't been loved. And they are so desperate to push the thing down that makes them feel inadequate. And a lot of the time for men, that is women, because they know all sources of pleasure come from us. Without us, there's no lineage for their names even. So keeping a woman in a box is like the perfectly comfortable place for a red pill, insecure freak show of a man. So stand strong. We should bind together. Hijabi, non-hijabi, 5 times a day salah, 1 time a day salah. If you say la ilaha illallah, we should be banding together. End of story. I don't want to hear it. Don't allow our sisters publicly to be bullied and say nothing. Don't allow people to preach religious doctrine incorrectly and not say anything. Like, our job is to stop these things when we see it. So let's take that seriously and let's break this red pill wave down, because we are now entering a new phase. And inshallah ta'ala, it will be a phase where empathy, love, honesty, commitment, wellness of society is prioritized over demeaning women, personally attacking people, and questioning people what they're doing in their private lives. That is none of our business. What people do in the privacy of their own homes is none of our business. And for some reason, these red pill guys have opened the door into women's homes, stick their head all the way in there, and they're like, what are you doing? Stay in here, you're not supposed to be outside. Again, weaponizing certain hadiths without full understanding. So be aware when you're faced with these kind of things. Don't get anxious. Stay alert. If you hear something that someone is trying to tell you is Islamically correct or incorrect, you better be opening books. You better be going on the internet. Even if you really can't be bothered to do anything else, you should be on ChatGPT saying, give me all the opinions from all the fiqhs about this particular thing. Read it, become acquainted with it, so you are not pushed in the waves of these red pill psychopaths who do actually want to control women out of their own broken down manhood. Love that things are changing.